Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing a BMW XM Label Red. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the BMW of Murray for giving me some time with this car. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So powering this is a twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 that is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission and a hybrid system. The MPGe rating is 46, with the MPG rating with no hybrid assist whatsoever being 14 miles per gallon combined between city and highway driving, and then this has 31 miles of electric driving range. The most exciting part, though, is the power figures. So 738 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. Now, before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood here, you guys can see how it's boxy with the design. It is raised there on either side, and you got the normal BMW logo in the center. And then popping down below, I've got the cool split light design here. Notice how everything's all blacked out, including the grille trim here. And then we have this subtle XM badge that is red, and that's how you know this is a label red. And putting it all together with everything blacked out, I think it looks really sharp with the XM. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275/35/23 in the front, and then 315/30/23 in the back. And you guys can see here with the wheels, I've got a really crazy design with the metallic gray and the blacked out elements. And then notice the fender flare also blacked out, and then you got your XM badge here. And then you guys can see the trim along the side that's blacked out. Same thing with the mirror cap. And then look at the door handle design. And you can see the trim at the bottom, again, blacked out as well. And then here is your full side view with the XM. Now taking a look at the key fob, we've got our remote start function built into the lock function, and then you guys can see we've got our unlock and then the opening for the hatch. Now taking a look at the cargo area, you guys can see cargo cover built in from the factory, and we've got tons of storage space here in the back with the XM. It seems like it's similar in size to probably like an X7 maybe X5 in terms of storage space, kind of hard to tell. We got a 12 volt there in the back. Look at this bag. This is bougie. Anyways, when you're all done, just press that and that'll lower the hatch back down. Really cool taillight design. I mean, look at that effect there. And then again, with the red badging. And then you guys can see here with the exhaust tips. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the overall design here with the XM. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see soft touch here and down below. Look at the stitching that goes across there. I love the design on this, and then also down below. I mean, look at it all together. It's really cool with that. And then look at the speakers here for the sound system. And then here are the seats. That is fascinating. Legroom back here is really good. I like how you've got the stitching on the little storage pocket here. And then we've got a little USB. Got our climate controls here for the dual zone climate in the back, heated seats as well, USBs, all of that. And got a cup holder armrest, and then look at the headliner. That is very interesting. And then header back here is good. And then taking a look at the front door panel again, you can see here with the soft touch, and then down below, and look at this with all the stitching. All of our window controls here. Got our mirror adjustments. Mirrors do power fold in. Memory seats. Got massage seats as well. Blind spot mounting with the mirrors too. And then XM there on the seat, and then you can see perforated all down the center, all of our adjustments here on the side. Look at those pedals. Then your light controls here, and then look at the carbon fiber there. So here's a quick look at the steering wheel. You guys can see you've got soft touch all around. You got the BMW M colors there with the M logo at the bottom. Cool carbon fiber there on the front of the paddle shifters. You got your M1 and M2 modes. Got a bunch of practical controls, including your adaptive cruise control. Stocks here on the back on top of that. And then we've got our full digital gauge cluster here in the center. And notice it shows you every bit of information, including your range, width, everything, which I think is pretty cool in there on the other side as well. But anyways, we do have some different modes. So we can pop into sport mode and it'll do a little animation, for example. So I think that's pretty cool. And there's also M hybrid modes as well. So right now we're in hybrid. You can go into electric and then E control as well. Now this does come with a 360 camera system. You guys can see the bird's eye view there. Trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel. Resolution with the camera system overall is really solid. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, it's BMW's newer unit, so it's all connected in one screen. It responds quickly. I mean, it's easy to use overall. So yeah, you either like, I feel like people either really like BMW's new unit or they are not as much of a fan because like the climate controls, for example, are all on the screen. Now you can see the heads-up display there, but like overall, like the dash trim and everything, really high quality looking. And again, I love the little red there in the matte carbon fiber. And then some analog controls down below for like the radio, and then your defroster and everything, and then more of that cool carbon fiber trim. And wireless phone charging pad here. Got some cup holders, heated and cooled cup holders. Wow. Analog control for the infotainment system if you don't want to use the touchscreen, and then we got our shifter here for that 8-speed automatic. And then notice, just like other M cars, you can make the shifts more or less aggressive. And then stability control here with the camera system, parking sensors, and then your little setup there. M mode, M hybrid, that's for the exhaust, and then your auto hold, parking brake, hill descent control. And then good storage. Nice trim here, by the way, all along the side too. And then you got a normal glove box, lined with felt. And then you guys already saw the headliner earlier. So the back windows of this are extremely dark. I don't know if that's factory tint or what. But anyways, again, it's a Label Red. Total MSRP after all options, $189,865. And let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Hope you can see the heads-up display. Both of the mirrors show blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And well, let us set off in the XM Label Red. I keep wanting to say Red Label, but it's Label Red. a little bit of a different name. This is probably the worst absolute day, and of course the Tesla driver is like on the edge of the driveway. But yeah, this is like the worst absolute day to review something like this because it's got these performance tires and it's very cold outside. So we're gonna take it easy. Don't want to end up in the side of the road with the XM. And I know people are gonna be like, Ben, it's an SUV, it's got four-wheel drive, and it's like, yes, correct, but also four-wheel drive ain't gonna save you if you hit a, a patch of ice or cold. Well, I mean, there's gonna be some that's melted. Yeah, snow or ice. You got performance tires. I don't care what drive line you have. It's not gonna be a fun day. Anyways, interior in this is, I like it a lot. It's not super differentiated from a normal, you know, like a BMW X7, for example. I mean, there are some key differences, but it's, yeah, it's pretty normal BMW interior, but it's nice. It's got great fit and finish. I will say I'm noticing the hybrid system. It seems like there's a, you can kind of feel the communication happen to an extent when you get up and move between the two different powertrains. It's interesting. Very smooth, that's for sure. So I think this one's almost fully charged up yet. So it has like no gas, but it's got like a full charge of battery, so we're good on that. It's interesting, the battery range though is, I noticed that when I actually had the XM, I noticed it showed more range than what the EPA rates this at, which I think is interesting. This is definitely an M car though. I will say that. I mean, it's not uncomfortable. It's pretty comfortable overall, but it's definitely firmer suspension. You can I can really feel it. Yeah, over the train tracks, it's definitely firmer. Man, this is such an interesting. You get like the kind of an interesting sound too. And the engine's not, by the way, I have no engine at all. And so I guess that shows you how much power the electric side of things has with this plug-in hybrid, that it's got enough power that you don't actually have to use the engine for a lot of your day-to-day driving circumstances. I feel like my fingers finally defrosted. That's the nice thing with the heated steering wheel, is you get to warm up your hands, which is always a good thing if you ask me. Okay, so I've got it in this like custom sport mode. Basically everything's comfort, except actually we'll put the steering over to sport too. But I have the drivetrain in sport, so that should give us the maximum amount of fun. Wow. Wow. So I kind of like just got into it. I wasn't going into it too much, but wow. It's real. I think I would, you know, again, so with the break-in period with this, it's not going to give you all the power, and that felt like, gosh, that felt like a lot. Might not look like a lot on camera, but in terms of, you know, what you feel from the seat, this thing feels like it has a bajillion pound-feet of torque, which again makes sense. 738, that's so crazy to me. Like, we live in a world where you can buy like a luxury SUV with over 700 horsepower. It's so crazy. Okay, so we'll get one more acceleration here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's quick, all right. It is quick, all right. So we're gonna put that back to comfort. So to cap things off with the XM Label Red. I like this. I think this is cool. So I actually had the XM, the regular one, for a week as a tester, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed driving it. It was fun. The one thing I will say, and this is what other people say about the XM, is it's just not different. Like, the styling is definitely way different from other BMWs, but the interior doesn't feel, you know, too different. So I think, yeah, I mean, you spend all the time in a car in the interior, so I think that's kind of what, yeah. Let's see the size here, because there's an XM there. Yeah, it looks like it's about the same size as the X7 in terms of the length. I mean, same pro. It's so similar. So similar. But yeah, I think that's the one. I think that's the one thing with this. It's just the interior doesn't, for the price point that it's at, it's like, I don't know, I'd rather just buy an X5 or an X7. But let me know what you guys think about the Label Red 700 horsepower hybrid. I mean, this thing is crazy.